Senior Night 2021 brings us to the Lady Cougar softball complex as the Grayson County Lady Cougars take on the Lady Cougars from McLean County. 4 seniors will be recognized before tonight's game, but when these two teams played just a couple weeks ago, almost like a little game of football broke out. 15-14 was the final score. The rematch is next. A good evening and welcome to the Grayson County softball complex. Sam Gormley with you tonight. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in. As your guest commentator, Briley Napier, will be joining us in just a moment. But as we were going to say, coming up here in just about 5 minutes, they're going to have senior night festivities. We will stream those live for you right here on K105 Digital Productions. It looks like they're lining up the seniors for that right now. As Grayson County enters today's game with a record of 6-25, McLean County enters with a record of 6-17. So again, the last time these two teams played, the final score was Grayson County 15, McLean County 14. Coming up on our pregame show, we'll have the senior night festivities, give you the starting lineups, and introduce you to both teams. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. They're getting ready for senior night as we'll bring in Briley Napier as your commentator for today's game. Briley, welcome back. And I hate to even mention senior night because with you graduating last year, you didn't necessarily get a senior night, although you got a very sentimental captioned photo from head baseball coach Danny Clark.
Danny provided some high-quality pictures and, you know, his specialty grammar out there. So he tried his hardest. He cared about us. That's all that matters.
Grayson County and McLean County getting close to going in. Briley, very quickly, as they're getting ready to do senior night, we don't want to jump into that, but playing a team a second time.
It's
like
tough.
It or not?
I like it, but it's tough, though. I think the hitters benefit more, especially in softball whenever you really only have one pitcher. It's not like baseball where you have a full rotation. I think getting to see the pitcher a second time through is more beneficial to the hitters more so than the pitchers, because whenever as a pitcher you're facing 9 girls, you don't really get to break everything down.
As it looks like we're going to take a quick break and have senior night next.
On behalf of Grayson County High School, welcome to the Grayson County Softball Complex. We will begin this evening by honoring Grayson County's 4 seniors. To begin with, we will honor Brianna Dennis. Brianna had previous engagements and was unable to attend this evening. Up first, we got Gracie Franklin. Gracie is the daughter of Eric and Melanie Franklin. Gracie has participated in Grayson County softball for 8 years. Gracie's future plans include attending Murray State University to pursue a degree in chemistry and continuing on to a pharmacy program. Gracie's favorite memory was beating Owensboro Catholic in the region tournament in 2018. Words of wisdom: be confident, take advantage of your opportunities, enjoy every minute of it. It is over before you know it. Gracie, here is a special message meant for you.
Hey Gracie, sorry I can't be there to celebrate with you. But I want you to know that how proud your mother and I am of you and the mark you made on that program. My mind runs back to you being the 5th grader out in right field in the second game of a freshman game, not having any clue what you were doing, all the way to starting at first base in the regional final. I'm proud of you. You make me and your mother so very proud. You have left your mark on that softball program. Congratulations, Gracie, and enjoy this night. I love you, baby. I'll see you soon.
Once again, Gracie Franklin. Our next senior is America Nicole Jarbo. America is the daughter of Latasha and Ethan Woosley. America has participated in Grayson County softball for 4 years. America's future plans include attending ECTC in the summer and fall, wishing to join their nursing program to become an RN. America's favorite memory was beating Owensboro Catholic in the rain for the first time and getting second in the regionals in 2018. Her words of wisdom: always expect the unexpected and always come prepared to win no matter the competition. P.S. Always run with your head up. Once again, America Jarbo. Our final senior this evening, Autumn Taylor Riggs. Autumn is the daughter of Pam and Roger Riggs. Autumn has participated in Grayson County softball for 2 years. Autumn's future plans include playing softball at Brescia University and getting her degree in pre-physical therapy and psychology. Words of wisdom. Life is not meant to be a cookie cutter. You have to learn and adapt on and off the field. Everything is determined by how hard you work, especially when no one is looking. Always remember that there is a positive to every situation. To Mom and Dad, thanks for all the time and money spent on the sport I love. To Arissa, thank you for coming back after T-ball. I love being able to share the field with you and being your forever catcher. Once again, Autumn Riggs.
Welcome back here to the Grayson County Lady Cougar Softball Complex. Sam Gormley and Briley Napier with you tonight as Are we going to meet the starting lineups? I guess they are going to announce the starting lineup, so that's exactly what we'll do. First off, for the McLean County Lady Cougars. Again, they enter with a record of 6-17, head coach Brad Baird. Leading off in pitching will be Taylor Galloway. Batting second, the designated player is Amber Willis. The three-hole hitter will be the third baseman, Sarah Linville. Batting fourth and playing center field is Cameron McMahon. The five-hole hitter will be shortstop Addison Horn. Batting sixth and playing first base is Claire Hudson. Batting seventh and playing second base is Shelby Atherton. Batting eighth and playing right field is Olivia Baird. Batting ninth and catching is Kaylee Miller. And the designated player in the field is Bailey Forker for tonight's game. Once more, that starting lineup, Galloway pitching. Willis will be the designated player for Forker, who will be playing in left. Linville at third, McMahon in center, Horn at shortstop, Hudson at first base, Atherton at second, Baird in right, and Miller behind the dish. Now the starting lineup for the Grayson County Lady Cougars. They enter with a record of 6-25. Head coach Ted Hill. Leading off and playing third base is Addie Bradsher. Batting second at shortstop is Shelby Davis. Batting third behind the dish is Autumn Riggs. The four-hole hitter will be the second baseman, Lauren Stevenson. Batting fifth and the designated player is Hannah Franklin. Batting sixth and playing left field is Madeline Henning. Batting seventh and playing center field is Arissa Riggs. Batting eighth and pitching is Mallory Lindsay. The nine-hole hitter will be the right fielder, Cassidy Chiefins. And the designated player in the field at first base is senior Gracie Franklin. Once more, that starting lineup, Bradsher at third, Davis at short, Riggs behind the dish, Stevenson at second, Franklin the designated player. Henning will be the left fielder, Riggs in center, Lindsay in the circle, Chaffins in right, and Franklin will be the player in the field at first base. Briley, Grayson County, McLean County, and it always throws me off here because very few teams, I guess Bullitt Central is the only other team, and then in my neck of the woods, I know that there's plenty more Cougars. There's Connor. But it's tough when it's Cougars against Cougars, Lady Cougars against Lady Cougars. It's difficult.
It's a little tougher for you than it is the players, I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm sure that they don't care who they're
playing.
No,
they could care less, but I'm sure it gets in your head just a little bit.
Just a little bit to make sure, and I will already go ahead and apologize in advance to McLean County fans. If I call somebody the Lady Cougars, I'm probably referring to Grayson County.
Yes.
It's hard to break the habit for just one game.
Definitely.
For McLean County, what stands out is, in a lot of ways, they're similar to Grayson County, but they have a lot of success of offense at the top of their lineup. As you look at this, right now, their top three hitters, 548 average, 423 average, and a 408 average. Riley, just knowing that, you're seeing the three hitters in this lineup flat out hit the ball.
Right.
And pitching, though, similar to Grayson County, has been the question all season long.
Yeah.
Taylor Galloway is going to be in the circle tonight with a 6.48 ERA. Mallory Lindsay is going to be in the circle for Grayson County tonight. She's a 7.41 ERA. So Grayson County and McLean County are... Taylor Galloway led off the game with a base hit on the first pitch swinging, as it was a base hit into right center field. We're dealing with some technical difficulties. We hope to do this as the batter now is Amber Willis, and she flies one left field. Henning comes in and makes the catch. So that's the first out of this game. Again, the batter leadoff hitter was Galloway, and she lined a base hit into right center field. As the batter now will be Sarah Linville for McLean County. Linville on the season, a 548 average, including an on-base percentage near 620. Whew. That's pretty darn good.
Those are big boy numbers right
Those
there.
are really, really good numbers. The first pitch she sees is high and outside for ball one. Mallory Lindsay is the pitcher in the circle tonight for Grayson County, as the runner at first is a courtesy runner, number 14, Emma Miller. She scored 6 runs on the season. And there's a called strike on the inside corner to Linville, and that'll move our count here to 1-1 strike. McLean County, Grayson County, they played a couple of weeks ago. Grayson County won that one by a final score of 15-14. As both Audrey Killian and Mallory Lindsay pitched in that contest. The pitch is a slow changeup, popped off left side, charging in and making the catch in foul territory is the third baseman, Addie Bradsher, for the second out of the inning.
And that's a big out right there. When you have somebody that gets on base 6 out of 10 times.
More than 6 out of 10 times, which is unbelievable.
And to get them out first thing in the first inning is that's a big out.
The batter now is Cameron McMahon. McMahon on the season, a 408 average, 25 runs batted in, 8 doubles, and a triple. And she grounds one to the shortstop, Davis. She'll go the short way to second for the final out of the inning. McLean County gets a hit, strains a runner at first, and through one half, it's no score between Grayson County and McLean County. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Welcome back to Grayson County High School. It's Grayson County and McLean County. The Lady Cougars of McLean County had a leadoff hit that was stranded in the top half of the first inning. And leading off for Grayson County is going to be Addie Bratcher. She's going to go up against Taylor Galloway, the starting pitcher for the Lady Cougars. 22 games on the season, a 6.48 ERA, 25 walks, 58 strikeouts. And her whip is at about 2.2. As 4-16 record. But she's pitching to contact a lot.
Yeah, she's, I obviously haven't seen her throw, but just from statistics, it sounds like she keeps her team in the game, but the offense hasn't been able to come up and get her a win.
Leading off for Grayson County.
As it'll be Addie Bratcher to lead off for Grayson County. Bratcher coming into tonight's game, a 370 average. She leads the team in that category. 11 runs batted in, 3 doubles, and a triple. The Lady Cougars are without Annie Kuiper and Brianna Dennis tonight. So that's 2 potential starters, especially Kuiper. That's a huge bat to lose. She leads the team with 3 home runs.
Yeah.
First pitch here from Taylor Galloway. It'll be senior on freshman. And the wind in the pitch is cold. Strike right down the middle. Bratcher sees the first pitch go down. Sam Gormley and Bradley Napier here with you on the call, though, from what has turned out to be a gorgeous night for softball here at the Lady Cougar Softball Complex. Rain is on its way in, but shouldn't be, as Bratcher ground ball shortstop Horn. She'll throw across the diamond for the first out of the inning. As the rain should not be coming until after we are home, and probably the McLean County faithful are home as well.
Cody Brock's going to make sure we don't hit it till probably tonight.
Shelby Davis will now hit for Grayson County. Davis on the season a 293 average, 15 runs batted in, 5 doubles, a pair of triples, 2 home runs. Those 2 home runs came all the way back in the same game against Edmondson County back in the first game of April. Pitch is low and inside to Davis. One of the things that stands out a lot with Shelby Davis is she walks a lot. She leads the team with 12 walks. In fact, she's the only player on the team that has double-digit walks for Grayson County so far this season. The wind and the pitch coming here from Galloway is a called strike on the outside corner. So that'll move our count here to 1 ball and 1 strike. Davis, sophomore on this team for Grayson County. Very good defender, too. She is man shortstop like Derek Jeter out there. The 1-1 is a ripped right back up the middle. The center fielder, it's overhead and smacks off the wall. Davis takes a hard turnaround first. She'll go into second base with a double. And Grayson County's in business here in the bottom half of this first inning.
That was a good piece of hitting right there. You get a fastball down the middle, you have to drive it right back up the middle. That's exactly what she did. Davis calls time here and looks like handing a knee or a arm pad or something to Ted Hill. I'm going to toss it over the railing. Batter now is Autumn Riggs, the newly signed Brescia Bearcat. Is that right? Yeah, Bearcat.
Yeah, I think that's right, yes. She's a newly signed that officially went down on Sunday. We'll talk a little bit more about that throughout the night, and she swings the first pitch and fouls it off down the left field line, as she had a massive crowd at her signing ceremony, which was held Sunday afternoon. And I always love signing ceremonies. It's something that, it's special.
They're cool.
It's very special.
Didn't she have a bunch of coaches there?
She did, and that's kind of one of the things that I'll talk about, as here comes the 0-1 pitch from Taylor Galloway, tying outside for ball 1. As she had every coach that has ever coached her throughout her entire career that was there. That includes former Lady Cougar softball coach Eddie Anderson and his wife Kara, You don't see that.
No,
You just don't see that.
I can't even remember all my coaches.
As the 1-1 pitch is a fly ball left field. The left fielder Forker looks back, looks up, it smacks off the very top of the wall. That's going to score Davis. Riggs will go into second base, and Grayson County has a 1-0 lead. She missed a home run by
Inches.
if not even an inch, as that one was really close. In fact, she, I think, snapped off a little part of the wall out there and hit so hard.
You can see out there where it hit. That hurts a little bit. I know the feeling of that one. It hurts.
It's going to be a courtesy runner into the game for Grayson County. Looks like it is going to be Kayla Tubb to run.
Kayla Tubb.
Lauren Stevenson will now hit for Grayson County. 197 average, 10 runs batted in, and a double.
Early start here for the Cougars offense, and that's what you like to see.
And the first pitch outside for ball one. As Stevenson hitting in the 4-hole tonight, starting at second base. I know she's played a little bit of right field as well over these past couple of weeks for Grayson County. As this is one of these things you want to jump on a pitcher, and when you get them in a position, as there's a cold strike low and inside, you want to be sure that you're piling on if you're Grayson County.
Yeah, if you get a runner in scoring position, you don't want to let up, you don't want to give up. You want to kind of step on their throat a little bit, and you want to get that lead up early.
The 1-1 pitch coming to Stevenson is inside, kind of bounces in. Kind of a large secondary lead out there at second base by Tubb. Grayson County will play in the 12th District semifinals on Monday afternoon at noon against Butler County. As that pitch is outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. They're going to be playing against Butler County at Whitesville Trinity. So that'll be a noon start time on Memorial Day. The Cougar baseball team will also play at noon on Monday. They'll play at Butler County against Edmonson County. So that's the district look. And that pitch is inside, swung and missed by Stevenson, and the count will move full. The pitch had a little bit of movement on there that I don't think Stevenson saw correctly.
No. Yeah, but you have a couple of fun matchups coming up Monday. Rematch from a couple years ago for softball. And same situations for both teams. The heavy favorites and the underdogs.
It should be exciting, and that's always, you never know what can happen. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Stevenson will go down on strikes, and it'll be Hannah Franklin, the freshman, that'll step in for Grayson County. I still remember my favorite Hannah Franklin memory. So I think it was in the Edmonson County game that a batter got down. It was 0-2.
Yeah, it was
0-2, 0-1, something like that.
0-2,
and Ted Hill puts her in there, and she sees the first pitch and lines it right back up the middle. It was a great piece of hitting for a freshman coming cold off the bench. There's a pitch low for ball one to Franklin.
Pinch hitting in itself is extremely tough. I couldn't imagine doing it coming in with an 0-2 count.
Cold sitting on the bench because it wasn't warm like it is today, so that just makes it even more difficult against your biggest rival in Edmonson County. 1 ball, no strikes here to Franklin. Cold strike on the inside corner. Taylor Galloway again, the starting pitcher in the circle. The runner Tubb is at second. Grayson County's already got 1 run in the inning after Autumn Riggs missed a home run by mere inches in left center field. We can even say an inch, because that's probably about what it was like. The 1-1 from Galloway is right back to Franklin grounds it right back to Galloway, and that's the final out of the inning. Grayson County, though, gets 1, strands a runner in scoring position, and through 1 full, it's Lady Cougs 1, Lady Cougars of McLean 0. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. We head to the top of the second inning. Lady Cougars taking on the McLean County Lady Cougars. And to bat now will be Addison Horn, the shortstop. Mallory Lindsay in for inning number 2 of work. The first pitch Lindsay threw was a line drive base hit. There's a cold strike at the knees, but she did a phenomenal job of allowing that to be it.
Yep.
And that's been the Lady Cougars' biggest issue this season. I'm speaking Lady Cougars is in Grayson County, as that pitch is high and outside, is one bad inning.
Yep.
And it's usually a leadoff base hit. That is a really good sign to see Mallory Lindsay not panic and just buckle down and get out of the inning. A slow eephus pitch just misses for ball 2. So I'm not even sure we can call that a changeup. That's almost an eephus.
Yeah, it was a slow little floater.
And I can guarantee that I would have swung right over the top of that one. I'd have tried to hit that to the moon. High and outside, 3 balls or 1 strike to Addison Horn. Horn on the season, a 209 average, 8 runs batted in, 4 walks as well for McLean.
Certainly don't want a leadoff walk. That's almost worse than a leadoff hit.
The 3-1 fouled off. That might have been ball 4 there that she swung at. So that's good, though, as a pitcher when you see a batter swing at ball 4. It's a free pitch here.
You get another chance here. And you got to get the ball in the zone here, 3-2.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mallory Lindsay wipes her hand twice on her right hip. Now wipes it off one more time, and here comes the pitch from the circle. The 3-2. Inside, ball 4. Claire Hudson will now hit for the Lady Cougars of McLean County.
20, Hudson.
Hitting .250 on the season, 10 runs batted in, 4 doubles, a pair of home runs. But the strikeout has been her issue so far this year, 28 strikeouts and 64 at-bats. So that is something that, I'm not sure how much of a scouting report that Ted Hill does, and she swings at the first pitch and lines it off down the right side out of play. Not sure how much of a scouting report you do or how much it is, but that's one thing that you can notice, that she strikes out about 1 every 3 at-bats. So the runner at first is Horn. Lindsay trying to get out of the inning after a leadoff walk. The wind in the pitch, in the dirt, and a large secondary lead by Horn out there. McLean County, base running-wise, so far this season has been very aggressive, and they've had a lot of success. 34 of 35 on steals. They've only been caught once.
Yep.
Grayson County, on the other hand, 51 of 57. There's a line drive right up the middle, right at Arissa Riggs. The tag play at first, just in safely. That was almost a chance to get a tag out there.
Yeah, the runner on first, very gingerly walked back to first. A little harder of a throw, you might have had a double play.
Shelby Atherton will now hit for the Lady Cougars, that is Lady Cougars. I can use that as a helper in times. 147 average in the first pitch she sees. She fouls right back towards us behind the plate. She's an 8th grader, though. 9 runs batted in and a pair of doubles. So when you're starting varsity as an 8th grader, that's a big accomplishment.
Yeah. And it means they're going to get a lot of experience, and you're going to be playing pretty good for the next 4 years.
Yeah, and that's huge for a school that there's a cold strike at the knees. That's smaller. You look at the enrollment for McLean County High School, 472, so it's one of the smaller schools and the 3rd region. Yeah. So if you get some of these players to just get experience, because you can only do so much in practice. Experience in games teaches you so much more. She swings over the top of that one. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, says Mallory Lindsay. There's the second out of the inning. The batter now will be Olivia Baird on the season.
The right fielder,
She's hitting .059, 10 walks though. So she does walk, so her on-base percentage is fairly high with a lower average. 6 runs batted in.
I think here you should look to definitely throw a strike.
Attack the zone.
Throw it in the zone.
And the first pitch, cold strike on the inside corner. Umpire, bigger strike zone tonight, which personally I enjoy.
That's fun, yeah.
I like bigger strike zones.
This isn't the Olympics. I was about to say MLB, but to put it into softball terms, this isn't the Olympics or the
college softball.
D1 college, yeah.
Outside for ball 1. As the runner again is Horn at first base. Mallory Lindsay trying to work out of a leadoff walk. She had a leadoff base hit in the first inning, a leadoff walk in this one. The sophomore winds and pitches. Another eephus. She swings over top of it. And she might have gotten, I'm not sure if she got a foul ball on that or if it bounced.
I think it bounced on the plate.
Again, that would have been the swing that I would make at a pitch like that, 100%.
Swinging at that, there is nothing you can do with that pitch.
That's just a filthy pitch. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. She goes down on strikes. Mallory Lindsay walks the leadoff batter, but buckles down and allows her to not advance another base. Through 1.5, it's 1-0 Grayson County. This is Lady Cougar softball on KHSAA.
Grayson County.
Leading off here, the bottom of the second inning for Grayson County is going to be Madeline Henning. Grayson County leading this one 1-0 after the double by Autumn Riggs played it a run. She just missed a home run by maybe an inch, maybe two, maybe three if we're using a longer ruler. And the first pitch here to Henning is a called strike at the knees. Nice pitch there from Taylor Galloway, the starting pitcher for McLean County. On the season, Madeline Henning, 0.95 average, does have 2 hits, though, on the season, so she hasn't played much, though. So she's getting a lot more playing time over these last couple of games. Pitch called strike on the inside corner. Again, umpire being very consistent calling that inside strike. And for me, that would be my worst nightmare because I hate the inside strike.
When you're getting playing time that you don't normally get, you want to be aggressive. You don't want to go down 0-2.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Outside. That's a good job of pitching there, going inside, outside, making the hitter look. As Henning going to be getting a lot more playing time next year, especially as she'll be a senior next year with the graduation of America Jarboe. And she lines one right back up the middle for a base hit. It takes a weird bounce, but that bounce ends up helping the center fielder McMahon, and Grayson County has a leadoff base hit.
Once again, another good piece of hitting. The Lady Cougar bats have looked solid so far.
Yeah, they've been great. I mean, 2 hits in the first inning, and both of them were bullets.
Leadoff hit here, and I think you got speed at the plate and speed on first.
Arissa Riggs is the hitter now for Grayson County. As Arissa on the season, and she shows bunt on the first pitch, and it's a cold strike as she pulls back. Riggs on the season, a 190 average, 5 runs batted in, but does have 1 home run against Whitesville Trinity earlier this year. So it'll be good that she's hit a home run at the park the district tournament's going to be held at next week.
That is good.
Just makes you feel a little bit better, makes you feel more confident. She shows bunt again, this time lays it down, and it spins foul. The spin on that ball carried it down that first or third base line.
You don't see the bunt too much here at softball, or at least from the Lady Cougars, and I feel like with the smaller field and the base path being so short, it'd be effective.
Yeah, I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with a bunt. I mean, we don't need to go into the statistics of it.
That's a long conversation.
Danny Clark might be listening, and I don't want him to come after me if I talk bad about the bunt. Pitches high and outside for ball 1, because if there's one man that loves himself the bunt, it's Grayson County Cougar baseball coach Danny Clark.
Yes, he, there's nothing more that he'd like to see than an Orioles player getting down a good sack bunt.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Arissa Riggs. And she grounds one. It's a slow grounder to the third baseman, Linville. She'll throw across the diamond and get Riggs by about 2 or 3 steps, but Henning does advance into scoring position. And that...
Well, there's your sack bunt.
Yes, it doesn't go down as a sack bunt, but it is a sack bunt in a way.
There's your sack bunt.
Mallory Lindsay will now hit for herself. And Lindsay on the season, again, another player that hasn't had a lot of opportunities to hit a 167 average so far this year.
It'd be huge for her to drive in a run to help her own case, though.
The pitch is a ground ball just foul down the third base line. Straighten that one out, and it would have easily scored Henning at second base. The Cougar baseball team, we mentioned Danny Clark, they're getting ready to play against Glasgow tonight, as first pitch of that game is coming up here in mere moments. As that's, I know that one of the best fields to play at.
Oh, I love playing at Glasgow. I'd love to just go sit there and watch a game, honestly.
The 0-1 pitch coming to Mallory Lindsay from Taylor Galloway is a cold strike on the outside corner. And again, this umpire, the plate is the strike zone for him tonight, which is usually what it should be, but some umpires like to squeeze it in just a little bit. But he's calling it. If it's over the plate, it's a strike.
About a ball off the plate is what I like to see personally.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Out of the reach of Mallory Lindsay, and she goes down on strikes. And Cassidy Chaffins will now try to bring in the runner and not strand the leadoff hit.
Yep. And that has been a problem so far early in these innings. You don't want to leave a runner in scoring position stranded, especially when you had him there with less than 2 outs.
It'll be Chaffins, and the first pitch she sees is inside for ball 1. Chaffins so far in the year a 214 average, 3 runs batted in. As Ted Hill coaching at third, delivering the signs out to the runner Henning at first, and there's a called strike, and that one might have been a little bit low and outside. But
that's about a ball off the plate. It definitely was, and I can't be hypocritical and complain about that.
After you had just said that that's what you wanted. Yeah. I might disagree on there. We might have to agree to disagree when it comes to that. The 1-1 is just off the end of the bat. It rolls to first. She'll put the tag on Chaffins, and that is the inning. Grayson County gets a leadoff base hit Nothing more than that. Through one full, it's Grayson County 1, McLean County 0. This is Lady Cougar softball. It'll be the 9-hole hitter Kaylee Miller to lead off the top of the third inning. Grayson County leads McLean County 1-0. Miller on the season for the Lady Cougars of McLean County, an 0.95 average with 6 runs batted in. Mallory Lindsay in for this third inning of work. The leadoff runner is reached in the first 2 innings. She shows bunt, pulls away, called strike. But the best part about that is the leadoff runner has been on in both innings and has stopped right there and not advanced any further.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to let him on, but she's done a great job of getting out of the inning after that.
Pitch bounces in for ball 1 from Mallory Lindsay. It is really just an absolutely perfect night here for softball. A very, very, very little wind. Little warm, temperature in the mid to low 80s. But compared to some of the other games that we've had over these past couple of weeks, it's by far the best weather we've had for a game. Pitch is a pop fly in the infield. Calling in, Bratcher makes the call and runs right into Mallory Lindsay. Some bad communication on the infield, but it does look like Bratcher does make the catch, and that's one of those things, too, that somebody can get hurt.
Yeah, that's a good fielder is going to want to make the play, obviously, but as a pitcher, sometimes you just have to know to get out of the way and let your infield do the work.
Taylor Galloway will step in. She saw one pitch and lined it into right center field for a long single to start our game off. And the first pitch she sees is inside for ball 1. Galloway on the season, a .423 average, 16 runs batted in, 4 doubles, a triple. But this stands out the most. In 72 at-bats, she's only struck out 6 times. It's very impressive. She's up there to hit. And she swings at that pitch that was low. And that'll move the county to 1 ball and 1 strike. She's also number 99, which you don't see a lot. I can't say that I've ever seen that in a high school game.
I haven't, that's for sure.
Really in any sport.
Yeah, because normally jerseys, you normally just go 0-30 in high school.
Maybe to 40, you know, because I know the softball team here pitch high and outside. I think the highest number that they have is 44.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So
I know at baseball, I think 35 maybe the highest we went.
Something along the lines of that. Because you were 34, right?
30
and
25. I switched up depending on if I remembered my jersey or not.
The 2-1 pitch is popped straight up. Calling is Riggs, the center fielder, and she'll make the catch. That was hit a mile high. Riggs does a nice job fighting the sun to grab that for the second out of the inning.
Batting next,
Amber Willis will now hit for McLean County. She's the designated hitter tonight, a .190 average with 4 runs batted in. Lindsay doing a nice job. She's working quick. She's throwing strikes. It's been a very impressive first couple of innings for her.
Definitely.
And the first pitch she sees is that little eephus that Willis was thinking about bunting but pulled away, and it's called a ball on the inside corner. That's very impressive. Something we haven't seen much from Lindsay so far this season is the little eephus. I'm not sure if that's something that she's worked on. That was a bunt. She pulls back and does a little check swing, serves it into center field. Riggs will make the catch for the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 goes McLean County, and through 2.5, Lady Cougars of Grayson lead 1-0. This is Cougar Base softball on KHSAA. Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. It'll be the top of the order, 1-2-3 for the Lady Cougars. Addie Brancher to lead off. Grayson County leads McLean County 1-0. Taylor Galloway in for another inning of work. Grayson County got a run in the first inning on the long double by Autumn Riggs. Brancher in her first at bat grounded out to the shortstop, and the first pitch bounces in for a first pitch ball from Galloway. As the pace of this game has been very impressive so far, as we're about 27 minutes through the first almost 3 full innings.
I know a couple guys out here that aren't complaining about that.
The first pitch is a called strike. That'll even up the count here at 1-1 strike. And I think both of them are wearing a baby blue color.
They just might be.
As our umpires, they don't get paid by the hour. They get paid by the game. So they'd love to get through this one quick. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Galloway. Is a ground ball again to the shortstop Horn. She corrals, she throws, gets Bradshaw by half a step for the first out of the inning. Lineup now goes towards Shelby Davis. In her first at bat, she doubled over the head of the center fielder McMahon, as she didn't come far away from hitting a home run as well.
Yeah, and this is where the offense started in the first inning, and I'm sure the Lady Cougars would like to see it repeated here.
Davis against McLean County had 3 RBIs and a triple in their game earlier this month. As she had 3 RBIs, Cassidy Chaffins had a pair of RBIs, and Audrey Killian had 3 as well against McLean County, in which Grayson County scored 15 runs in the game. The 1-0 pitch coming to Davis is high and outside for ball 2. Again, Davis leads the team in walks for Grayson County. She's got a good knowledge of the strike zone, which is incredibly important to be a successful hitter.
Definitely, yep.
The 2-0. Cold strike on the inside corner. Again, very consistent calling the inside strike.
And you don't want the strike zone to change, but 2-0, 3-0 counts might open up a little bit because you're here to hit the ball.
Here comes the 2-1 from Galloway. It bounces in and it hits Davis on her foot. That's the easiest hit by pitch she's going to have all year.
Yeah, she didn't feel a thing there.
So we were, in fact, talking with her. I'm not sure, Bradley, if you were here yet, but we were talking with her before the game about how if you get hit with a ball, it just hurts for a second.
Yeah. And if you're getting on base, it doesn't really even hurt.
Autumn Riggs steps up. Her last at bat, she missed a home run by about 2 inches, maybe, if that, off the left center field wall. And the first pitch she sees from Galloway is high and outside. Davis is running the throw down. She is safe, and it ends up hitting her on the knee. So she gets in safely. As a good throw, and she might have been out.
I don't think McLean County was expecting that in the slightest. The catcher kind of just caught it and was like, whoa.
It was even an
there she goes.
Unintentional pitch out, too.
Yeah.
It was high and outside.
She just wasn't anticipating it and kind of lobbed it over to second.
So the runner is now in scoring position. The pitch here to Riggs, high and outside again for ball 2. In Riggs, that last at bat, she swung and doubled off the left center field wall.
And sometimes when you miss a home run like that, you get up there and like, I gotta try to get one out now. But she's a good enough player. She knows all you need is just a simple base hit here.
The 2-0, called strike on the inside corner. Again, we mentioned a minute ago, Riggs signed to play softball next year at Brescia, which is an NAIA school in Owensboro, as she had every coach that has ever coached her that was at that game, at that signing. That pitch is inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. The one that stood out the most to me was her T-ball coach. Billy Wilcox was his name, and he came up to me afterwards and we were talking, and he says that he's been coaching softball, I think, for somewhere along the lines of 40 years.
Wow.
And he's never, or been coaching T-ball, rather.
Yeah.
This was her T-ball coach. As the 3-1 pitch is a ground ball that's going to get through up the middle. Davis takes a hard turnaround third. She's going to score, and it's Grayson County 2, McLean County 0. And advancing to second base was Riggs, and that's how you do it, sending it right back up the middle.
That's good baseball right there. You get a free base, take second, base it up the middle, and advance on the throw. That's textbook right there.
Kayla Tubb into courtesy run for Riggs one more time. And Lauren Stevenson will step in. She struck out in her last at bat.
And that's exactly what you want to do if you're Riggs, especially on your senior night, driving in 2 runs early.
And the first pitch is a cold strike at the knees. As to finish the story about Autumn, though, and he had said, though, that he'd been coaching T-ball for something along the lines of 40 years, and he'd never been invited to a signing of a former player. So that was really cool. He said it meant a lot to him. The 0-1 is a ground ball hard foul down the third base line. as he said it was just meant very special to him. And I think that says a lot about Autumn Riggs as a person.
Definitely.
That she wanted everybody that had touched her in a different way there for that game, for that huge moment in her life. So Stevenson is behind in the count here at no balls and 2 strikes. The long look in from Galloway. The line in the pitch. Outside. Good job by Stevenson. You could tell at first she was thinking about letting that swing go.
Yeah, that's
pulled away at the last second.
Take. Yep, definitely.
Long look in again from Galloway. Her 47th pitch of the game with 1 down. Grayson County already scored 1 run in the inning. Low and outside to even up the count here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Galloway wanted strike 3 there. She's laughing that pitch off from the home plate umpire. Straight up defense for McLean. The break even is a ground ball foul, and Hannah Franklin in the on-deck circle had to do a little jig step there to get out of the way of that one.
It's been a good at-bat here so far, and you want to fight back and you want to find a pitch to hit here.
That's exactly what Roger Riggs, the first base coach and assistant coach for Grayson County, said. If you don't like it, just foul it off.
That's what you got to do. No, anything close, foul it off till you get your pitch.
The break even is ripped foul down the left field line, and that's over into the where a bunch of parents sit, so hopefully everybody was awake down there.
If they weren't, they are now.
They definitely are now. Here comes the break even one more time. Taylor Galloway, the pitcher. Pitch number 19 of the inning. Stevenson lengthening this at bat. This will be pitch number 7 in the at bat.
Quality at bat.
The 7th pitch of the at bat outside for ball 3, and this is a very impressive at bat for the sophomore Lauren Stevenson. She's done a great job. She fell behind no balls and 2 strikes, saw 2 straight balls, fouled off a couple of pitches. Now has made it full. See if Ted Hill might be aggressive in sending the runner to third in Tubb on this pitch. He will not, and the pitch is popped straight up, and we're going to do it one more time as that one's going to go foul and land just beyond the Lady Cougar dugout.
This will be the 10th pitch?
This will be 9.
Gotcha.
I don't have my my calculator doesn't go like that.
Yeah.
So I can tell you that it's the 20th pitch of the inning, or this will be the 21st pitch of the inning. But so we're going to say, what, 3 foul balls, 8. No, I think you're right. I don't even know. I can't do math
like
that quick. Something along the lines of this. The 10th pitch, we're going to say that is swung and missed by Stevenson. And she'll go down on strikes after a lengthy battle.
And that was definitely ball 4 there. But when you get into a swing mode, you want to foul anything off, and that's exactly what that was.
Hannah Franklin will step in for Grayson County. She grounded out to the pitcher. It was actually a nice play by Galloway to end the top half of the first inning. The runner Tubb is at second, low and outside for ball 1. In fact, this has been almost an identical inning to the first inning, where leadoff batter Bratcher is retired with a ground out to the shortstop. Davis gets on, gets to second base. Riggs knocks her in with what could be called a double. And
can the offense pick her up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the next 2 batters retired. So 1 ball, 1 strike is Hannah Franklin.
I'm sure they'd like to flip the script on the ending of that inning, though.
Exactly. And she's going to call time here, and I like that. You know, call time, recollect yourself. Young hitter, but a smart hitter. I know her dad is locked in watching from Richmond, Kentucky tonight. The 1-1 is a ground ball again, right back to the pitcher. She'll throw on, and that is the inning. Grayson County, though, gets 1, and through 3 full, it's 2-0 Grayson County. This is Lady Cougar softball on Mallory Lindsay into work this fourth inning. Grayson County leads McLean County 2-0. This is the second to last game of the regular season, but Mother Nature could very much say that this is the last game of the regular season as the rain is on its way in, as Lady Cougars are scheduled to play at home tonight against Ohio County, and McLean County is scheduled to play, I believe, at Russellville tomorrow. So they're going pretty much to the other end of, as they're coming north here, and then they're going to kind of go southeast. I was right the first time. Cold strike, the first pitch there to Sarah Linville. Again, a 548 average. That's one of the top in the entire state for Grayson County. The 0-1 is another EFIS pitch. That one goes a little bit high. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Linville again, an on-base percentage nearing .620. Senior, she can just, that's just flat out hitting the ball.
Yeah,
there's just no other way of putting it. And she sees a pitch there for called strike. And 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mallory Lindsay gets ahead of the best hitter potentially. That's one of the highest. It's not quite the state rankings on the KHSAA only go to the top 20, and she wasn't in there. There's a swing and a miss. She goes down on strikes. When you strike out a hitter
yeah,
that is hitting nearly 550
yeah,
to lead off an inning, that has got to feel great.
you can argue how important average is and stuff like that, but
If you're hitting over 500,
it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's whenever it becomes impressive.
that says, and it doesn't matter if I'm pitching and you're hitting over 500. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
Still, yeah.
There's a ball low, especially because your on-base percentage would be probably 1,000 because
Yeah.
I probably walk you every time, especially if I'm having to throw softball style.
I think you could put a batting tee up there, and 5 out of 10 times putting it where a fielder's not is impressive.
High and outside, ball 2 to Cameron McMahon. McMahon in her last at-bat reached on a fielder's choice to end the McLean County threat in that first inning. 2-0 Grayson County, though, in this one. And the pitch inside. McMahon does a nice job dancing out of the way of that one, and she's ahead in the count here. 3 balls and no strikes. We'll try to see if we can't bring you an update from the Cougar baseball game. I'm not sure that we'll be able to or not throughout the night here today. So they are underway against Glasgow tonight. The pitch, cold strike on the inside corner, the old 3-0 Leo. Anything close is a strike on 3-0.
Absolutely, it is.
Got to ask Ted Hill his philosophy when it comes to swinging away 3-0. If he's a fan, I know you mentioned Danny Clark, baseball coach, not a fan whatsoever. And there's a rip off the glove of Bratcher. She almost snags it. She recovers. Got her! What a play by Addie Bratcher. As she did it, almost snag that one. And Briley, they call it the hot corner for a reason.
Absolutely. We were talking earlier about how important third base defense is, and that right there shows it.
As that was a great play by the freshman, Addie Bratcher. And the hitter now is Addison Horn. She walked in her last at-bat, especially when you fell behind 3 balls and no strikes.
That's a big out right there.
The pitch popped straight up. It's called by the second baseman, Stevenson, and that is the inning. Grayson County leads this one 2-0. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. This is Lady Cougar softball on K1.
The left fielder, number 19.
Welcome back to the Grayson County Softball Complex. Madeline Henning will lead off, trying to add to the 2-0 Grayson County lead. Henning in her last at-bat ripped one right back up the middle. Nice bit of hitting. And the first pitch she sees is a cold strike at the numbers. This is one of the bigger crowds we've seen here for a Lady Cougar softball game so far this season. This looks like a decent amount of students, some former students, parents as well here tonight. As the 0-1 is inside for ball 1 to Madeline Henning. Galloway so far tonight First 3 innings, she's been good. I mean, 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 strikeouts, and 1 hit by pitch. And other than Shelby Davis and Autumn Briggs,
Yeah, I mean,
she's retired everybody.
She shut everybody down.
Except for Madeline Henning. And that pitch is outside for ball 2.
And like I said earlier, 2 runs through, 3, possibly 4 innings, that's enough to win a game, and offense just hasn't been able to pick her up.
And a lot of that credit goes to Mallory Lindsay. She's thrown the
Yeah.
ball very well for Grayson County. It's probably the best we've seen her throw in a couple of weeks. Slow ground ball to the third baseman. She recovers, and it's not in time. Hustling down the line was Madeline Henning, and an infield base hit gives Grayson County the leadoff batter on.
And third baseman there, she hesitated, didn't get the throw off, and when you're hustling down the line, that means you get a hit.
Arissa Riggs will hit now. She grounded out to the third baseman in her last at bat, but when she did that, she advanced Henning to second base. That's where Henning was stranded for the rest of the game, but she did her job. Let's see if they'll show bunt. She does, and she fouls it off behind the plate. Bunting is one of the things that looks easy, but it's really not.
It's all about focus. If you've tried to bunt, if you've played ball before, it's not so much a skill, it's just focusing on the ball, and it's real easy to mess up. It really is.
The 0-1 pitch coming to Riggs. Let's see if she shows bunt again. She will. Pulls away. Pitch high and outside for ball 1. That was a nice job by knowing that you're not going to bunt that pitch, and the last thing you want to do is bunt a pitch that you can't bunt, because that's either going to go foul, or you're going to pop it up, or it's going to be hit too hard somewhere, and it's, bad things can happen in that case. The 1-1 is fouled off behind the plate, hits off one of the poles, and bounces like a pinball over towards the Grayson County dugout. So Riggs pulled off there on the bunt, and now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to the sophomore. Of course, she semi-participated in senior night as she handed a flower to her sister.
Yeah.
And Hannah Franklin, Gracie Franklin's sister, got to do the same thing.
That's really cool.
The 1-2 is outside, and that'll even up the count here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I love senior night for those reasons, as I can take or leave homecoming, but I'll take senior night all the time, because it's a really cool moment. And it doesn't matter, I even enjoy it when we're other places.
Yeah.
The break-even pitch comes as a swing and a miss. Going down on strikes is Arissa Riggs for the first out of the bottom half of the 4th inning. As it'll be Mallory Lindsay, the pitcher now for Grayson County. She struck out swinging in her last at-bat. The runner Henning is on first. Grayson County trying to add to their 2-0 lead here against the Lady Cougars of McLean County. A matchup between 2 third-region foes that'll both be advancing to their respective district tournaments. And she lays a bunt down, and it's foul. As McLean County also advancing to their district tournament that'll be played next week, and the regional tournament this year is going to be held at Butler County High School. So something to keep an eye on. So both 12th district as the baseball tournament, of course, is being held just about 400 yards over to our right at Don Lee Field. Showing bunt again. That time it's a beautiful spinner right in front of the plate. She'll throw on, and Lindsay's out at first. Nice job by Mallory Lindsay. She does her job, puts the bunt down. That's the second out of the inning.
Yeah. And that was she got the job done, of course, but that wasn't a quote-unquote good bunt. It kind of died right in front of the plate, and she almost beat it out still. I'm still convinced if you get a good bunt down,
you can beat it out.
You can beat it. You can be effective on this field.
Pitch cold, strike. I think what made it at least somewhat good there was it was spinning so much.
Yeah, it's hard to pick up.
It's hard to pick up, especially for a catcher, but breaking out of your crouch to only go right back down to it and throw. Yeah. It's a tough play.
It is. I always loved making it personally.
The pitch is a slow ground ball foul. So the count here, I bet is 0-2. Is that what it is? Okay.
Yes.
I was making sure. Our scoreboard had it at 1-0, and I was making sure that I didn't miss something completely.
Definitely 0-2.
Cassidy Chafin's the hitter. The 0-2 pitch coming from Taylor Galloway, trying to strand another Lady Cougar runner in scoring position. The wind in the pitch, way outside for ball 1. Again, Grayson County boys playing Glasgow tonight. We'll try to see if we can't bring you a score update from that one. I haven't seen one come through, but if we get one, we'll be sure to bring it to you. Facing the Scotties tonight. The 1-2 is ripped right back up the middle. Is it going to get through? It's not. The shortstop catches it, but not in time to get the speedy Chafins at first base. Nice job by Cassidy Chaffins, hustling down the line, and 2 infield singles in the inning. Puts runners on the corners with 2 down for the leadoff hitter, Addie Brancher, and she's grounded out twice to the shortstop. She came in leading the team in average. This would be a big moment here if Grayson County could get a hit down from Brancher. The pitch, called strike, and taking second base with ease is Cassidy Chaffins.
Base hit here doubles your lead, and that's with how well the Lady Cougars have been pitching, that would be huge.
McLean County has a hole that you could drive a semi through, popped up behind the plate.
Yeah,
it's no balls and 2 strikes right up the middle. The shortstop is playing almost for Bratcher to pull majorly, but the second baseman is playing her almost to pull as if she was a lefty. There's a huge hole up the middle.
I don't think there's any strategy there. I think that's just where they're setting up.
The 0-2 is a slow eephus pitch that's fouled over their Ted Hill's head down in the third base coach's box. As that little eephus, you could tell Bratcher wasn't ready for it. She slowed the bat down just ever so slightly and was able to make contact.
Yeah, and she did a good job. That's what you're supposed to do with that pitch. You're supposed to pull it and just pray that it gets within the line, and that time it didn't.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch one more time to Addie Brancher, trying not to strand a pair in scoring position. And she swings at a pitch outside, and she'll go down on strikes. Through 4 full, Grayson County leads McLean 2-0. This is Grayson County softball on Welcome back here to McLean County, or to Grayson County, where McLean County and Grayson County are playing here tonight. As in this one, Grayson County leads 2-0 against the Lady Cougars. Claire Hudson will lead off. She lined out to center field in her last at bat, and she pops that one foul off the right side and into the weeds. And now it looks like a Lady Cougar member of the dugout's going to have to go chasing after that one. Not it is pretty much what I'd be saying right now to go get it.
That's the best part about being on the bench, chasing foul balls.
Chasing foul balls. The 0-1 is a swing and a miss. Nice pitch from Mallory Lindsay. And she's ahead in the count here, no balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter in this 5th inning, Claire Hudson. So one pro to Don Lee Field is that you don't have to go fishing for foul balls like you do here, where you got to go through some grass. The 0-2 outside. Nice high by Hudson, the hitter. Make sure she didn't swing over top of that one.
Yeah, sometimes they end up on the school and you don't have to go after them at all.
I'd like to see somebody start to try to climb the side of the school.
Oh, we do.
The 1-2 pitch is an eephus pitch that's at the eyes of Hudson. And to get at the eyes of Hudson, Hudson comes in at 5'11", so that's got to be real high to get up there.
Taller than me.
Here comes the break even from Mallory Lindsay. She got ahead 0-2. Hudson's fought back to even it up. The pitch pops straight up a mile high. Stevenson on the edge of the infield makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Get a nice job by Lauren Stevenson to fight the sun and make the easy out.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Shelby Atherton will now hit for McLean County. She struck out swinging in her last at bat. For Mallory Lindsay so far today, she has struck out 3. So, which she's not necessarily a strikeout pitcher, is coming into tonight's game. On the year, she had only 37 strikeouts in 25 games.
Yeah.
So it's not something that she does a ton of. And in those 25 games, that's 86 innings. So she doesn't strike out a lot. So that pitch is high and outside for ball 1.
But the Grayson County defense has done their job and done it very well. This is a team that you see struggle with defense from time to time, but they've done a great job.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch. Mallory Lindsay gets Shelby Atherton. Nice pitch there. She took a little something off of that one. Make sure that Atherton could swing over the top of it. Again, Atherton did strike out in her last at-bat, and that pitch again is blown past Atherton. And heading the count here at 1 ball and 2 strikes is Lindsay. Lindsay been very efficient today as well.
Definitely.
She's not falling behind many batters, and that's been her issue this season. Called strike 3. Nice pitch by Lindsay, and the 4th strikeout of the game puts 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning for Olivia Baird.
Now batting from McLean County, the right fielder, number 32.
Baird also struck out in her last at-bat. As Baird here against Mallory Lindsay. Lindsay steps onto the rubber. The pitch is fouled off to the right side out of play. Lady Cougars defensively, I guess they're almost shaded a little bit over for her to go opposite field, as Lauren Stevenson probably playing a couple of steps over a little bit, and there's a fly ball right center field, and that one's going to drop as that one goes into no man's land, and there's a base hit for Olivia Baird. That's just a tough play, as that's in the middle of nowhere.
Can't do anything about that, and it wasn't high enough for Marissa Riggs to get under it.
For Riggs, Chaffins, or Stevenson to go back, and that's just one of those that you tip your cap. What's Danny Clark call that?
Duck fart.
Duck fart, that's right.
That is a duck fart hit.
Kaylee Miller, the hitter now. She had that little pop-up to Addie Bratcher in her last at-bat, and the first pitch she sees is a cold strike right down the middle. As Grayson County here as the pitch here from Mallory Lindsay is a called strike on the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, top of the 5th inning. Grayson County leads 2-0. For McLean County, that was only their 2nd hit of the game. The wind and the pitch outside for ball 1. And I don't mind that pitch.
No, and Riggs does her best of trying to frame it, but that pitch is just a little too far out to get the benefit there.
McLean has chased a couple of pitches, though. The pitch is a line drive right at Lauren Stevenson, the second baseman. That's the final out of the inning. In the middle of the 5th inning, Grayson County leads 2-0. This is Grayson County softball on. Shelby Davis will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for Grayson County. She's been hit by a pitch, and she's doubled off the wall in straightaway center field off of Taylor Galloway so far. She had 3 RBIs against McLean County in their game earlier this month. So she's turned into a little bit of a McLean County killer so far. And the line of the pitch here from Taylor Galloway is outside for ball 1. Galloway thrown the ball very well. That was her 75th pitch of the game so far. Her line, 4 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 5 strikeouts, and 1 hit by pitch. She hadn't walked anybody.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's good enough to win a ball game.
Yeah, 2 runs. That's
Absolutely.
all you can ask for. The pitch inside for ball 1. I mean, so you think of 2 runs through the first 4 innings. That's pretty much putting you on pace for about 3.
A quality start.
3.5 is your ERA, and that's solid.
3 runs through 6 innings, that's a quality start.
The pitch here, the 2-0, is a ground ball hard to the third baseman, Linville. She'll throw across the diamond and get Shelby Davis for the first out of the inning. Good contact, but just right at Linville, the third baseman.
Yeah, and I'm sure if you ask her, she'll tell you she rolled over that one.
Autumn Riggs will now step in. She's singled and she's doubled so far tonight, and the double was almost a home run. The Brescia University signee steps in, as it's good that I can finally use that for a game, as I know that that's where she was looking at, but I'm glad that we can finally call her the signee. Called strike, the first pitch there to the senior Riggs.
And they've Grayson County has broken the trend here of every odd inning getting Shelby Davis onto second base for Riggs.
But maybe Riggs will go long ball and still get her third RBI of the game. Maybe. She has both the RBIs, knocking in Davis. The pitch goes outside. It's off the glove of the catcher, Miller. But luckily no one on base. And, I mean, you think of this. If Riggs gets a home run here, you're looking at cycle.
If she's anything,
the hardest one.
If she's anything like me, that's not happening.
The 1-1 pitch is ripped left field foul. She got a hold of that one, but it was foul.
That might have had the distance, but it probably about a good 40, 50 feet foul.
Yes, she got a hold of that one,
sure.
But looks like our umpire dropped his count clicker. I hope he noticed that he did. Okay, he did. Just making sure that fell out of his pocket.
I actually lost one during a game.
Did you?
Bright County hadn't been mowing their grass properly. It got lost up there in those weeds.
So I guess a mower found it.
I ended up finding it, but it
Did
wasn't
you?
until the following inning. I told my catcher back there, I said, hey, I'm going to need some help. I don't have the best memory on counts. Because the scoreboard wasn't on either, so I got a little worried.
Sometimes scoreboards can always be an adventure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Our umpire was getting some balls, so we're back here. Autumn Riggs, the 1-2 pitch that she will see here from Galloway. The wind in the pitch in the dirt, bounces about halfway, and Riggs just watches that one roll in for ball 2. So here comes the break even. The break-even pitch coming from Galloway to Riggs is inside for ball 3. Nice at-bat here from Autumn Riggs,
Definitely.
and she's showing you why she's going to play college softball, and she's also showing you why she's, your senior.
She's the leader out here.
Exactly, and this has been just a great at-bat, and knowing her, she's going to wait for her pitch here. If she has to foul off about 14 pitches to get there, she's going to do it. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch here to Autumn Riggs, 1 down, bottom of the 5th. Grayson leads McLean 2-0. The wind in the pitch is a fly ball center field. She just missed that one right at the center fielder, McMahon. And that's the second out of the inning.
She got jammed just a bit on that one. She didn't get her hands extended quite enough and got it off the handle. If you barrel that up, that's probably hitting that flagpole.
It's probably one of those things, though, that she'd love to have that pitch back.
Oh, definitely.
Love to have that pitch back. You never had that happen, though, right?
Oh, not once. I always hit the pitch I got.
Lauren Stevenson will now hit. She struck out swinging in both at bats, but she has a base hit into left field. First pitch swinging. A nice job by Lauren Stevenson to reach base. And could Grayson County maybe get a 2-out rally started? And it's going to turn over to Hannah Franklin. She's 0 for 2, grounded out to the pitcher twice. And both times she's hit the ball hard. It's just been right at the pitcher, Galloway, who's made some nice plays.
Well, they do need to score this inning. You got to keep up the every odd inning trend.
Every odd inning. No better time for a first career home run from Hannah Franklin. And she swings the first pitch outside for strike 1. Ted Hill delivers the signs to Franklin. Runner Stevenson is at first. Stevenson does have some speed, so maybe hit and run, something like this with 2 outs. The pitch outside. She's off and running, and she is safe, says the umpire. Is a slow throw, almost ended up helping as it turned out to be a decent throw.
Yeah, a little more oomph on those throws. Catcher back here might have two caught stealings on the night.
But now Hannah Franklin, a base hit, makes it a 3-0 game. Again, that middle of the infield is wide open. Pitch inside for ball 2. And that's the thing here, Franklin. Both times, she's gone right back up the middle. If she can hit it a little harder and get it underneath the glove of the pitcher, it's 3-0.
Yep, easy.
Because there is no one remotely close that could make a play up the middle. No shift here. The 2-1 is ripped right back up the middle, right on cue. Rounding third base is Lauren Stevenson. The play is coming to the plate, and she is safe. Advancing to second is Franklin. Hannah Franklin with a base hit up the middle, and Grayson County leads 3-0. Great bit of hitting by Hannah Franklin.
Number 19.
I think she said, you know what, I'm going to go right up the middle. I'm going to make sure you can't get it this time.
That was a great piece of hitting. Keeps the trend going. And a 3-0 lead with the way Cougars are pitching. This lead's getting, it feels like a lot more than 3 here for McLean County.
Madeline Henning will now step in. She's 2 for 2 tonight. Infield hit and a base hit right back up the middle. Get another one of those, and there's a called strike on the inside corner. Get another one of those, and you're looking at 4-0 game.
4-0, and like I said, for the dead bats over at McLean County, 4-0 feels a lot like 9-0.
But as we've seen the Lady Cougars, it's been one bad inning all year, and that's ripped right back up the middle, and a nice snag by Taylor Galloway ends the inning. Grayson County, though, gets another run on the base hit by Hannah Franklin. And through 5 full, they lead 3-0. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
The pitcher, number 99.
It'll be
Galloway.
Mallory Lindsay in for her 6th inning of work. Taylor Galloway to hit. It's 1, 2, 3 in this McLean County order, which is incredibly dangerous. If Mallory Lindsay can get through these, she could be looking really good here.
She might just be home free if she can get through this inning.
But Galloway 1 for 2 tonight. The first pitch she saw was a base hit in tonight's game, and that one just misses on the outside corner. The first one there from Lindsay. And I mean, the biggest issue for Grayson County all season long has been one bad inning.
Yeah.
We've seen it countless amount of times, and what you don't need is there's a fly ball left center field, a long run over the head of the left fielder Henning. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Rounding first and going into second base is Galloway, and McLean County has a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
And that's not the start you want here if you're Grayson County.
And I mean, it's one of these things is immediately the courtesy runner for Galloway is number 14,
number 10,
Emma Miller.
Willis.
What you have to make sure here if you're Grayson County is, yes, the one bad inning has happened. You don't need to be thinking about, it's happening, it's happening. You need to be thinking that we just had 5 dominant innings in this game from Mallory Lindsay.
Yeah.
Amber Willis is the hitter, and she sees that first pitch low for ball 1.
And she's looking like she's dropping a bunt there.
Trying to move that runner to third, and that's not a bad call.
And what you want to do if you're Grayson County, you want to let, if 1 run scores here, that's okay, and it can still be the bad inning of the game.
Pitch low for ball 2.
In a game where your pitcher throws 5 shutout, 6 shutout, 1 inning where they score 1 or 2 runs, that can be the bad inning.
Again, the hitter is Amber Willis. She's 0 for 2 tonight. Popped out to center and popped out to left. She lays a bunt down, and it's a beauty. Right back at Mallory Lindsay. She'll throw out to get her out at first, but the runner, Miller, does advance to third base, and there's one down here in the top of the 6th.
And if you're Grayson County, you're completely okay with that because you have a 3-run lead. You're giving up an out for a run or an out for a base every day of the week when you're up by 3.
Sarah Linville, 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a pop out in foul territory again. 548 average coming into tonight's game, and that's low for ball 1. And that
Lindsay here has forced that average to drop just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So maybe it's only like 540 right now.
It's not. I mean,
chump change, right? No, that's unbelievably impressive. I mean, I can't say it enough. Pitch is a ground ball foul down the third base line. Take a deep breath out, Lady Cougar fans, because if that's foul, it's 3-1, and you got a runner in scoring position.
And she hasn't been able to square up a ball yet this game, but you can tell just from that foul ball, her hands are real quick through the zone.
And that's a key for a hitter. So the 1 ball, 1 strike pitch here to Sarah Linville. from the sophomore Mallory Lindsay. One runner stands at third base. The pitch is a slow ephus that she fouls off. And you could tell when Linville saw that at first, she wanted to hit that one to the foul pole or to the flagpole.
Yeah, her eyes lit up, and you got to wait and wait and wait. And, oh, shoot, I waited too long, and you just got to foul it off.
That's exactly what she did there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sarah Linville, the hitter. Mallory Lindsay, the pitcher. Outside, and that'll even up the count here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's really not a bad pitch for Mallory Lindsay at all.
That's a great 1-2 pitch, definitely.
Sarah Linville has only struck out 5 times coming into tonight's game. She struck out once already tonight. Pitch low to make the count go full here at 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's 5 strikeouts, and your average is over almost 550. That just...
Pretty good, pretty good.
We can't talk enough about it. The runner Miller is at third. Sarah Linville, the hitter. Mallory Lindsay, the pitcher. 3-0 Grayson County. The pitch inside, and I'm not sure if it hit her or not, but regardless, the runner advances to first base, and I guess it didn't hit her because
she
took a hard turnaround first to almost think about digging for second. So Cameron McMahon will now hit. She's 0 for 2 tonight. Reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to the third baseman. McMahon coming into this game tonight, 4.08 average.
That's a big difference, but it's still super impressive.
Really good. They're going to let the runner take second base easily as there's a cold strike to McMahon, and Linville gets the easiest steal of the season for her.
Yeah, now you're a base hit away from being in a danger zone, so if you can get a strikeout or a weak pop-up here, it'd be great.
Ball low, and McMahon coming into tonight's game I'm looking at the wrong stat there. She's not one that walks a lot, only 3 walks and 71 at bats. So she's up there to swing the bat. But that can help you if you're trying to get a strikeout, that she's not looking to walk.
Yeah.
The 1-1 is a slow grounder foul. She just got that one off the end of the bat. So this is a big pitch in this game. 1 down in the inning. They do have a base open at first. And that's something you got to keep in the back of your mind if you're Mallory Lindsay. The pitch, high and outside for ball 2. As you look on the on-deck circle is Horn, and Horn on the season a 209 average.
Yeah.
It's something to keep in the back of the mind. The best hitters on this McLean County team, this is the last one at the top of this order. The break-even pitch coming from Mallory Lindsay. Inside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. You got to wonder here, Ted Hill probably thinking about, Audrey Killian has been his other pitcher. How long of a leash does Lindsay get in this? Because it's been the 1 bad inning all year long if you're Grayson County. I'm sure he'd love it if Lindsay can get out of this inning. The pitch pops straight up, foul. That one lands just a couple of feet from us, takes a very high bounce, and rolls into the overbrush. So again, the runner Miller is at third. The runner Linville is at second. Cameron McMahon is the batter for McLean County. Mallory Lindsay, the pitcher. 3-0 Grayson County here in the top half of the 6th inning. This has been McLean County's first threatening inning of the game so far. The full count pitch. Called strike 3. Down on strikes goes Cameron McMahon. She did not like that one at all, but that's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, on the previous pitch, she watched one that was real close. And rule of thumb as a player, you cannot watch 2 close pitches because one of them is going to get called on you.
Addison Horn is the hitter. She's walked and popped out to the second baseman. Mallory Lindsay trying to work out of a jam. The pitch popped up, right side out of play.
Lindsay here, she's a couple pitches from really getting out of a danger zone here and going well on her way to picking up a good win.
And the thing you got to think about here, she's rubbing that, apparently looks like it must be a new softball or something. She puts that in the dirt and starts rolling it around a little bit. I know every pitcher likes it a little bit different. Some like it where there's a scuff on it. Some likes it where it's really dirty. Cold strike. And then there's some. And am I right in saying that Dean Hawkins from the Cougar baseball team, he wants it fresh out of the package, doesn't he?
Out. Mason wants it, rub some good dirt. Dane wants it straight out of the package. Don't really get that, but that's Dane for you.
The 0-2 pitch Can Lindsay get out of the inning? It's a line drive, base hit up the middle. 1 run will score. Riggs is going to make a play to the plate, and it's cut off by Lindsay. The throw at second. She is out at second base. It's 3-2. McLean County scores 2, but the runner is out at second. And through 5.5, it's 3-2 Grayson. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Welcome back to the Lady Cougar softball complex. McLean County has made this a 3-2 game. What happened there was the base hit up the middle by Horn. 2 runs crossed the plate, and Horn was out at second trying to stretch it into a double. So that's what happened, but it's now a 1-run game, and Arissa Riggs will lead off 7-8-9 in the order for Grayson County. She pops the first one up, straight up into the air, and it's going to be foul. Lands into someone's chair off to the right side here, a McLean County fan. Luckily, she had moved out of the way so it wouldn't hit her, and luckily she did, or that had landed right in her lap. If you're Grayson County here, there's got to be one mentality, and that has got to be insurance. You've got to add some runs here to help out Mallory Lindsay, because 4-2 or 5-2 feels a whole lot better than 3-2. Arissa Riggs, the 0-1 pitch coming here from Taylor Galloway. It'll be Galloway's 92nd pitch of the game. High for ball 1. Been a great game though tonight.
It has. It's been, defense has been solid. You've only seen 1 or 2 misplays.
No errors.
Timely hitting.
It is.
As well, and a good pitching matchup. This is about all you could ask for from a good game.
The 1-1 is a called strike on the outside corner, and that makes the count go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. As I tell you, now that I'm thinking about it, the one person I haven't seen today is Mr. McGee. I've not seen Mr. Spirit out here tonight.
Interesting. On senior night, too.
It is, yes.
Weird.
He missed it. I'm not sure if he thought the game was canceled or something along the lines of that. Foul behind the plate. Thank goodness for the net, right?
I didn't move a muscle there. If you had a camera on us, you would have saw stone cold face.
Oh, yeah. Both of us. Didn't move an inch.
Didn't blink.
Yes. We are like statues back here behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As again, we say thank you for the net. Best invention of all time. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Riggs goes down on strikes. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mallory Lindsay will be the hitter now for Grayson County.
The pitcher, number 31.
Looking ahead to the top of the 7th inning for McLean County, it's going to be Hudson Atherton Baird. So that's 6, 7, 8 in the order for the Lady Cougars of McLean. And Lindsay swings the first pitch as a called strike. As that's part of the order you want to see if you're Mallory Lindsay up here.
And I'm sure she's shut them down so far this game. Don't remember off the top of my head, but
McLean has only had 4 hits in the game, and 3 of those came in the last inning. And she does a line drive off the glove of the shortstop, and it's going to roll in for a base hit for Mallory Lindsay. The shortstop Horn tried to catch it on the fly, and I just took a little bit of a dip at the end.
Well, I probably had a little bit of backspin, or I guess it would have been front spin more so if it's dipping down.
That's an infield base hit for Mallory Lindsay. We're going to have a courtesy runner. Reagan Cave will courtesy for Mallory Lindsay.
Next for Grayson County.
It'll be now Cassidy Chaffins to hit for Grayson County. She's grounded out to the first baseman and singled to shortstop. In her 2 at-bats here tonight, looking to add to this Grayson County lead. Showing bunt, and it's a bunt foul.
And that's not a pitch you want to bunt, but whenever it's coming at you, you don't want to put that bat down because you want to use that to protect yourself.
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, though, this here to try and move that runner into scoring position, Reagan Cave, to try and help yourself out. The 0-1. Showing bunt again, and Cave's going to get the base stolen as the catcher Miller bobbled it out of her glove. She pulled away, though, and that's high and inside for ball one, and now you've got an insurance run standing at second base.
So now, in my opinion, you're swinging away here because even a little Doug fart scores a run.
The 1-1 is low. Cave is off to third. The play, she's safe. So that got away from the catcher. Cave, aggressive base running.
I mean, I like it because you see your opportunity. This catcher back here has not been very, she hasn't been aware of the runners so far tonight. So if you get a base, you got to take it.
The 2-1 pitch coming to Cassidy Chaffins. A base hit would make it, and that's right back up the middle. We're going to have a play at the plate, and she is safe as it gets away from the catcher. Rounding first base and going into second is Cassidy Chaffins, and Grayson County has a 4-2 lead. So it went right back up to the middle, and an ever so slight hesitation for Taylor Galloway allows the runner to score.
And I think that's got to be a fielder's choice and then a throwing error there. So
I agree.
She couldn't make up her mind there. You have for sure out at first if you go on there, and you have a pretty for sure out at the plate if you throw it right away, honestly.
Brad Baird makes a mound visit, and he was only out there for about 10 seconds. It was probably a,
hey, let's not do that. Let's settle down and get out of here.
I mean, it's still 4-2, and in his eyes, he's saying, you know what, we just scored 2 runs. Let's get back in there, and let's see what we can't do.
And I'm sure they needed a shutdown inning here.
Addie Bradshaw sees a first pitch, cold strike on the inside corner. She's 0 for 3 tonight. Struck out swinging and grounded out to the shortstop twice.
And how big are their stolen bases now? Because
huge.
That if there's not a runner on third, she just throws it to first for an out.
Changes everything. Ground ball, shortstop again. The shortstop looks back, the runner at second. They're going to get thrown out at first, throw down to third. She's safe. So Bradshaw does advance the runner to third base now for Shelby Davis.
Some more good base running right there. You let the ball go through and you take your bag.
Now batting for Grayson
Very
County,
good base running for Cassidy Chaffins.
18, Shelby Davis.
Davis tonight 1 for 2. Doubled off the wall in center, was hit by a pitch and grounded out to the third baseman. Grayson County trying to add to their 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch, cold strike on the inside corner.
This is one of the batters that you want up in this situation when you need some sort of base hit to give yourself a 3-run lead.
And even more so, who's on deck in Autumn Riggs.
Yeah.
If Shelby Davis can get on base and have Riggs knock her in for a 3rd time tonight. The pitch, swing and a miss. She's falling behind in the count here at no balls and 2 strikes. You can see Davis, when she took that check swing in the batter's box, she choked up big time on the bat, which is something you want to do with 2 strikes.
Yeah, definitely.
Here comes the 0-2 from Taylor Galloway, the McLean County pitcher. Her 106th pitch of the game is popped straight up in the infield. It's going to be called by the shortstop, and that is the inning. Grayson County scores 1. We head to the 7th. It's Lady Cougars of Grayson 4. Lady Cougars of McLean 2. This is Lady Cougar softball.
County in the top
We
of the
head
7th
to the
inning.
top of the 7th inning. Grayson County trying to pick up their 7th win of the season. Mallory Lindsay trying to go for a complete game here and finish them off. It'll be 6, 7, 8 in the order for McLean County. Claire Hudson will lead us off. She's lined out to center and popped out to the second baseman in this game.
And these are going to be the 3 hardest outs of the game here for Lindsay.
And the first pitch is a fly ball right center field. It's a long run, and it is going to drop. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Chaffins will gather, and into second base is Claire Hudson. And that is not what you wanted if you're Grayson County.
No, definitely not. Now you have, the tying run's now at the plate.
And that was a long run for both the center fielder Riggs and the right fielder Chaffins.
That deserves to be a hit every time it's hit. Every time you square a ball up and hit it there, it should be a hit, and it takes a real good defensive play.
Twice tonight against Mallory Lindsay. She is the tying run right now at the plate. And the first pitch she sees is high for ball 1. And here if you're Grayson County, and this is what, if I'm Ted Hill, if I have a sign or something that says that, I would say, right now the runner Hudson at second base means absolutely nothing.
No, she doesn't.
4-3 is the same thing as 4-2 in my book.
Yeah.
The wind of the pitch here from Lindsay is a swing and a miss. Something off of that one. I think she swings over the top of that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 7th inning. It is 4-2. Grayson County. The 1-1. Called strike on the outside corner.
1-2 here. You get a good pitch in there, get the strikeout, you're feeling a lot better about yourself.
Lindsay trying to work out of a jam inside 4-2. That might have been one that if it was fielded a little cleaner by the catcher Riggs, if they might have had a play on that, that might have been called a strike.
Maybe so.
So here comes the break even from Mallory Lindsay. The pitch, swing and a miss, down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Big first.
Now batting the right fielder, number 32, Baird.
Goes towards Olivia Baird. She had a hit in her last at bat, and it was a little, as Danny Clark would call it, a duck fart.
Yes, sir.
It was right there in between 3 Lady Cougar defenders into shallow right center field. She shows bunt here, pulls away for ball 1. Interesting call there to show bunt. And
definitely.
The ball gets away on the throwback, and luckily that doesn't have anything. I'm not sure that I want a bunt to put 2 outs and put a runner on third base.
No, I can't say I do either. If you can get a bunt for a hit down here, that's one thing, but nah, I don't like it.
So here comes the 1-0. Shows bunt again, pulls away for ball 2. Just a little bit outside there from Mallory Lindsay.
That was close. It's a pitch that you've been wanting to get all night, that's for sure.
2-0 from Lindsay. It's 4-2 Grayson County. They lead McLean County. Here in the top of the 7th. Showing bunt again. And that hitter on the knee. Now you've got runners on first and second. And the go-ahead run is coming to the plate. And the 9-hole hitter, Kaylee Miller.
And
now batting is that catcher, number 33.
Now Ted Hill is out here to discuss this with his team, and Briley, we've been in countless conversations like this, obviously not with Ted Hill, but with Danny Clark, with other coaches throughout your career. What's this conversation like? And you may even have had this as coach yourself, a conversation like this. What's your message?
You're just trying to calm your pitcher down here. McLean County was trying to give you an out right there with the bunt, and that probably messed with her a little bit and lost the zone. But you have to find the strike zone here and force weak contact, which you've been doing all night, because you get a ball hit just right, you might get a double play to end this game.
Grayson County looking to pick up this 7th win on the season. The biggest thing with this is just some good old momentum and feeling good going into the district tournament.
Definitely.
Going into the district tournament on a win is a whole lot better than going in on a loss.
There's a strong chance this is the last game.
In of the game for McLean County, number 14, Miller.
This could be it, and
now batting the catcher, number 33, Miller.
Would feel great going into district tournament.
This is one of these things too, is that you know it as well as anybody. Being a senior last year, you need to play everything like it's your last game, because you really never know.
You never know, and yeah.
Here comes the pitch to Kaylee Miller. She shows bunt again. It's outside for ball 1.
And I think McLean County thinks that they might have found something here. Anytime they show bunt, she can't find the zone.
And I don't mind the bunt here, because if you move the runner over to second and third, you have one of your best hitters standing in the on-deck circle.
I'm not sure they're even bunting. I think they're just fake bunting because they can't find the zone.
The 1-0 pitch is a bunt right up the middle. Mallory Lindsay throws on to first. That's the second out of the inning.
I lied. I was dead wrong there, but you take your chances here, I guess, with your best hitter. This is what you want. You want your best hitter up as the go-ahead run with the time.
Now batting from McLean County, the pitcher, number 99,
it's hard to
Galloway.
trade outs for bases here.
Taylor Galloway, the hitter, 2 for 3, double to left, flying out to center, and single to center. So far tonight, they're going to intentionally walk her. And you know what?
That's smart.
That is genius coaching by Ted Hill. He says, actually, you want to
Now batting, the DP, number 10, Willis.
smart.
Yeah, I mean that's softball. That's what
Anybody would do in that situation.
that's what any good coach would do there. Any Major League Baseball manager does that.
Amber Willis, 0 for 2 tonight. She's sacrificed and flied out twice, to center and to left. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. The go-ahead run stands at first. The tying run stands at second. A run that means nothing stands at third.
Yeah, I mean,
Insurance is at the plate.
yeah.
It's a 4-2 Grayson County lead. The first pitch high and outside for ball 1.
And what that does here for Lindsay is you load the bases, you have nowhere to put her. There's nowhere to put her anymore. I don't hate the move, certainly. You got an open bag, but now you have to trust your pitcher to throw strikes.
1-0 is a fly ball right field. The right fielder Chaffins is under. That's the ball game. Grayson County wins this one by a final score of 4-2. Mallory Lindsay throws an unbelievable game, and Grayson County picks up the 4-2 win. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap it up after this. This is Lady Cougar Softball on K105. It's a victory for Grayson County tonight by a final score of 4-2 against McLean County. Great game here tonight. Sam Borley and Briley Napier with you here on the call. And Briley, it's got to feel good for Grayson.
Oh, definitely. That's a good win, especially coming into district. Winning on your senior night, you never want to go home with a loss on your senior night. That's just you can't do it. And Lindsay pitched a great game and gave her team all the opportunity in the world to win it. And they had some timely offense that they were been missing all this year, and it helped them.
Yeah, and for Grayson County, it's been the issue all season long. Has been one bad inning. And they limit to that tonight.
Yeah, and like I said in that inning, a 2-run inning can be your bad inning. They had a bad inning, but guess what? That bad inning didn't cost them the game.
And to me, the most important and the most impressive thing that they did here tonight was that during that quote-unquote one bad inning, is that they came back the next inning and added one run.
Yeah, and put up a run. That's huge. That's a sign of a good team that's growing and maturing. And even if they fall a little flat this year coming into district time, a game like tonight is what grows those younger players into being better players in the coming years.
Riley, this will more than likely be our last Lady Cougar softball game of this season. I know that our schedule come postseason is still up into the air on what we'd be allowed to do, what we will do, and so on. So this year, I mean, look, going into it, everyone knew that this was going to be a year to grow. And that reminds me to go back towards, I guess, was it your 8th grade year or your freshman year?
My freshman year. I don't know if you were here yet.
I was not.
I don't think so. But my freshman year, very, very similar. I think we started off year 2 and 15, something like that. We were starting 6 freshmen at that time. And
that's very similar to this Grayson County team.
Yeah.
Starting a little bit more sophomores, but still.
Yeah. I mean, starting 6 or 7 young guys and starting the year off rough, but down the stretch, I think we ended up finishing the season 15 and 18 because you just grow. And this Lady Cougar team hasn't been able to grow quite as quick, but they got 2 or 3 years, and hopefully they're going to get a senior year. They're going to get that year where all these young girls are seniors.
And that's in 2 years. And you know the best part about what's in 2 years? The 3rd region tournament is hosted here at Grayson County High School.
That sounds pretty familiar, doesn't it?
Let's hope that we don't have a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic.
A COVID-22 that year.
Yeah, let's not even.
Let's avoid that.
Let's not even put that thought
into existence.
into our brains. But final thoughts though tonight, Grayson County. I mean, it's a good win.
It is a good win. They played good softball. They made plays. They put the ball. I don't think they struck out too often.
No errors tonight.
No errors, and that's huge because this is a team that the limited amount of time that I've gotten to see them play, they've struggled defensively pretty majorly, and not a single error tonight. And 4 runs isn't a huge offensive output, but they scored runs when they needed to, and that's the sign of a good team.
Struck out 6 times.
And that's acceptable in a 6-inning game. You want to limit it down to about 3 or 4, but 6 is a lot better than the 12 or 13 that they've probably had this year at some point.
Your final line from this game for McLean County: 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, or 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. And for Grayson County, 4 runs, 9 hits, and 0 errors. We'll take a break. Come back, Bradley. Appreciate you taking the time.
Appreciate it.
To join us, and we'll see you back here at some point.
So long.
That's Bradley Napier. We'll take a break. Wrap it up after this. This is Lady Cougar softball. Winning day in Litchfield. Grayson County picks up the win here tonight against McLean County by a final score of 4-2. Wrap this one up really quick. We do have a final score, and not good news to bring you from the Cougar baseball game. Glasgow scores 4 runs in the 7th inning, defeat Grayson County by a final score of 7-6. Final line score of this game: McLean County 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. For Grayson County, 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. For Grayson, Autumn Riggs on her senior night, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Hannah Franklin with the other RBIs for Grayson County, a pair of hits as well for Madeline Henning. double as well, added from Shelby Davis for Grayson County, sacrificed by Mallory Lindsay. The winning pitcher tonight is Lindsay. She goes 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. The losing pitcher is Taylor Galloway. She goes 6 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, all of them were earned, 6 strikeouts, and no walks. Grayson County going to close the regular season tomorrow against Ohio County here at the Lady Cougar Softball Complex. 5 o'clock will be the official start time of that game before heading into the district tournament next week on Monday, as they will face Butler County at Whitesville Trinity at noon on Monday. So that's Memorial Day district tournament softball going on at Whitesville Trinity. Again, if you're looking to go to that game, remember that that's not at the high school. It's at Whitesville Community Park, which if you go up Beaver Dam Road, going to Owensboro and going through Whitesville that way, it's there on your right before you get to the high school. Nice little park and a nice little complex that they have there in Whitesville. Let's wrap up our coverage here tonight, where Grayson County picks up a win against McLean County. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their work. Cody Brock was your camera operator. Briley Napier was your color analyst and your director. So tonight, where Grayson County picks up a 4-2 win against McLean County, this is Sam Bromley saying, so long, everyone.